How is everyone? I'm going to stand for a minute now. I think there's been some confusion about all this because everyone's really focused on our personal pain and discomfort. Really, that's what people are here for. That's why we actually have PCCers in this room. Look, I'm used to doing this every year, and there are no PCCers in here. No one cares about me sitting up here and answering questions. Now I might be sad. Front row. That's what happens. So, a couple things. First of all, just as Owen reviewed, we are just going to discuss the Hot Ones thing very quickly. We have a series of wings prepared by Chris Auer. Where'd he go? Right there. All right, chicken wing, fried chicken specialist. And these wings are increasingly spicy. I've been understood this is tasty. That is dangerous. We have doctors in the room, none of whom, after us eating spicy wings, are going to perform mouth to mouth. So only with each other is it possible. That's my understanding.
Chip, will you tell them what happened after you ate a really spicy hot sauce earlier today?
Oh yeah, and then I scratched my eye. It's weird that I'm up here because I'm supposed to be smart, but that is not the case. So, we have 30 minutes roughly. I mean, there's no rule where we're going to be up here. And the point of Hot Wings, it's a conceit to get us distracted and maybe give an answer we might not otherwise give. I'm going to be asking the questions, and these guys haven't been given a list of questions. They've had the mildest of preparation. Everyone's gonna start by taking a bite. You'll see us all wince and smile and everything's good. And then I'll go down the line. Everyone is more or less gonna get the same questions. Yep, here.
Which one?
This one is the Seed Ranch, just winging it, okay? All right. Seed Ranch, just wing it. And then, and I have about 30 minutes. I'm gonna ask them each to answer the same question because it's something that each of them, it pertains to the specialty of what they do. The first question they are going to get in a minute is to tell everyone who they are and what they do at PCC, what they do with their team. After 30 minutes or whatever, these guys get to go home and cry and do whatever they want, and then I stay here for another 60, 30, 90.
Oh, yeah, you have to do Ask Chip after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that Owen pretends that he just figured that out.
I did.
Oh, and then you have to.
So the first sauce is rated a medium, 2 out of 3 peppers on the back, I guess. It doesn't say Scoville on here for those of you nerds at home that actually watch Hot Ones.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know half the words on this. Sweet mustard, lemon, pepper, garlic. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, right. So, let's begin. Oh, the other thing, obviously, is, we've got mics. Okay. Right. That's a good, I did get a little up my nose. All right. Take one and pass it down. So here's my question.
Just don't rub it in your eye.
Yeah, just don't rub it in your eye. Here's my question. I'm going to begin with Jim Leahy right here on my right. Jim Leahy, who are you? And what do you do at PCC, please?
Do it to wait, or we just start? No, everybody go in.
Nope.
Of course, I took a bite before answering this question. So, yeah, Jim Leahy. Been at PCC for going on 13 years now. What do I do? I've worked in support. I've worked in implementation. Been a team lead. Probably talked to plenty of you either via ticket or on the phone. Done some clinical consulting as well in terms of setup. These days, I work as an application support specialist who, I think that's the acronym, ASS. As I make an ass of myself on stage. No, but what I do is essentially a lot of work on the database side with the EHR. If there's some investigation that some folks have a question about, who did what in the system, I'm often pulling that data out for people. Helping our support team with understanding kind of the in-depth elements. Everybody good over there? Yeah. Okay. Hearing a lot of
This wing is absolutely delicious.
It's really tasty. That's not bad.
And this isn't milk, by the way. I think this is like half and half. Or it's like cream. It's like coffee cream.
So yeah, anyway, But yeah, these days, a variety of different things, including some project management.
That's cream. Oh my God.
That's nice.
The discomfort we feel will not be in the next 20 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah,
I also wanted to share before I pass this over to Scott that I was chatting with Tim before we got started here, and he did want to mention that his safe word is dashboard. So if he says that, he's out. Okay. Alrighty, Scott, it's on you.
All right.
Same question.
Yes. Okay. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Scott Kirby. I wear silly stuff at the UC, and I work on our clinical data exchange team. Been doing integrations with different care delivery partners forever, so when you connect with your, who knows, immunization registry, your lab results provider, your HIE, et cetera, we work on those connections and make sure the data is flowing appropriately for you. That about does it, right?
That's groovy.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, Tim Proctor. My official title is product owner.
That's good.
But I've done a variety of different things, wear a lot of different hats. I work on a delivery team, development team at PCC, focused on reporting, forms, dashboard. I've done dashboard development over the years in the past. Yeah, that's about me. I also work a little bit with some data exchanges with prose studies and some other flat file data exchanges. I've been doing some of that too.
All right, feeling that spice already here a little bit. Yeah, all right, so I'm Justin Ballou. Been with PCC for 29 years this year. I'm on our, thank you. On our Get Paid team, so all things billing related. Really been focused primarily on electronic data interchange, or EDI, for most of the time I've been at PCC. So yeah, it's been fun, but just don't. I would say my safe word is change healthcare or something like that.
That's right.
Fire.
All right, so keep that mic there, because then we'll start down there. So let's hit number 2.
Yeah.
All right. So number 2.
So
Vanna, what do we have?
while they pass it out, number 2 is Hot Ones. It is tropical Amarillo. It is a sweet Scotch bonnet hot sauce. And I did manage to get that this one is rated at 69,000 Scoville.
5 digits, now or real?
Yeah, that is 5 digits. I was about to be like, actually it's 6. It's not.
It's not. Oh, this one's cooler. It's got a little curry action.
Yeah.
For those of us who don't know, like, the scope of that, can you put that, can you give us some
I'm fairly certain this one was in the 5,700 range.
what's the top?
Like
$1 million.
eating a Reaper, which is like million.
Yeah, 2.2 million is like the hottest Reaper.
But there are some sauces that are like 6
So
million
like the
Scoville.
bell pepper is 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a, yeah, it's a logarithmic.
Yeah. So to confirm, the last one was 5,700 Scoville. This one's 69,000. So kind of a big jump.
This one's slow heat. This one, the first one is vinegary and it hit right away, but the flavor balance was great. This one is nothing, and now it's something.
That's very good.
Yeah, no, but also a legitimately delicious wing.
I was going to say the wings are good.
The wing, right. It's not just your wing, it's your sauce application, Chris. That's right. So, Justin Ballou, you are the visionary for what we call, and I use all these terms that are not as meaningful to you, but within PCC is the visionary for the value stream called Get Paid. We often have to be very formal when we talk about what we're going to do for you, and we also often have some big deliverables. We think about these things like, or what are the clients going to think? So I'm going to ask you, though, ignore what the clients think. Ignore what we're supposed to say because we're being recorded. What are you excited to work on, and what is your team excited to work on for Get Paid over like the next couple months? Like what are you like, I can't wait to do this. What is that thing?
All right, just give me a second here now. Actually, I'm sure my team knows what I'm going to say. Because I've been saying it for a long time. And it is, and I know Kelsey announced this at the What's New, What's Next, but yeah, in all truth, real-time claim status. I'm super excited about.
Explain what that is.
Okay. Yeah. So real-time claim status. If you know how real-time eligibility verification works in PCHR, it's the analog for getting a claim status from a payer. So on-demand, real-time, but also automating that. So same way we do with eligibility and benefits. Yeah. Sorry, I'm feeling that spice now. Woo. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So getting the claim status back. So it's there when you need it. If you want to get it, a fresh copy, you can do the same thing. And I dare say, due to the wizardry of Phil Greenwood, we really have the back end all in place already. We just need to get the workflow and the UI in there. But I'm really excited about that. It's going to be very cool. So. All right.
Okay, so over the next couple months.
Oh no, I had a different question for Tim.
Oh, you got a different question?
When did you stop wetting your bed as a child? No. Same question, Tim. Back to you. Tim's like, oh no. Tim, yeah, that's our dashboard.
Save me.
Yeah.
All right. So we're the delivery team I'm working on have been working on clinical quality measure reports. We're adding in the report library some standardized measure reporting. I already talked a lot about this week. But so we're going to continue adding some additional reports for that. Another one that is on our upcoming roadmap is to get a report for VFC reporting. I think sometime every fall or so, you need to report to the state how many vaccines you're giving for different vaccines for different age groups. We're working on a report for that because up until now, it's been kind of tricky to pull that data. And then after that, visit reports. You've had to use SRS for visit reports. We're going to bring that into the report library too. So that's what's on the upcoming roadmap. Near.
Yeah, but what are you going to have fun doing?
Fun. Yeah, I mean, Tyler Malone and Bastian Gleesh are working right now. I think they're having fun making those CQM reports. I mean, that's
which is saying something, yeah.
Yeah, they're working on that. I think I'm starting to draw some plans.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. The CQMs and I don't know if the vaccine reporting will be interesting. That'll be all right. Visit reports I think will be kind of cool to bring over to the report library because we gotta think about how to calculate visits, right? Because right now in practice management we calculate it a certain way. We're gonna try to figure out what's the best way to count visits. That'll actually be kind of fun. We'll have to dig into some data for that.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Scott, your magic question. Single best guitar riff of all time.
Riff or solo?
Riff. But if you have solo right there, okay, no, but I find it helps to narrow it down. Best metal solo of all time.
Okay, if it was just best solo, it's live Machine Gun Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
If it's best metal solo, it's tough. I mean, there are some that I really love from classic thrashers like Metallica and so on and so forth, but I have this particular affinity for this one by Boston thrash metal band Shadows Fall from their album The Art of Balance.
I knew Justin's like...
I think it's Stepping Outside the Circle, solid shred solo.
So I'm going Holy Wars, Megadeth.
Yeah,
that's
Megadeth.
Best metal solo. I mean, it's like...
That's the best one I've seen live.
Okay, I'm with you. All right.
Sorry, what are we doing now?
So now, even with all the stuff that we've talked about and what's new and what's on the roadmap, what are you actually personally looking forward to? What is going to be fun for you to work on over the next couple months?
That's cool. That's a great question, because I was just sitting here thinking about what's not going to be fun for me to work on, which is adapting our carry quality gateway to support the delegation of authority requirements they're rolling out.
Yeah.
But what is
Doesn't
gonna
that sound
be
fun? I don't know what he's complaining about.
But what is going to be fun to work on, I think, right now the delivery team that I primarily work with is sort of splitting time between our big, long project of working with Quest to get eLab ordering going on. And I think once, we've got a good chunk of the back end set up already, and we've been working with a bunch of folks in PCC to map out the workflow for the front end. And doing it in parallel has been, you, cool because you see the progress. But once we're able to actually press buttons and see it go to Quest, that's going to be a lot of fun for us.
You're all looking forward to ordering labs a little?
Us too.
Yeah.
And we're also at the phase in our research around AI scribe stuff that we're starting to press more and more buttons. I imagine we're gonna be getting weird with that, and I think that sounds like pretty interesting.
All right. I was wondering who's going to say those two letters first. All right, so I didn't ask Justin his magic question, but Jim Leahy, best Lego kit.
Oh God, that's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, I really enjoyed putting together the Razor Crest not long ago. These days, most of the Lego kits that I do are with my son.
Yeah.
I was like 3.5. We built the Lion King, Simba, recently together. That was quite a lot of fun. About the first 30 minutes, he was entertained, and then.
And then you did the rest?
The last 30 was just me, and trying to keep him contained. So, but that was definitely a memorable set. There were some challenging pieces to put together. He did a great job.
Okay, great. Yeah, we know at home when the Lego kits came in, I had to remind my wife to leave some for the boys. Because otherwise, they get tired and they go to bed, and she would just stay up and finish it. Yeah. All right, so in addition to all the we must say these things to keep our clients happy stuff, what are you excited, or what do you think, what fun thing are you working on in the next couple months?
Yeah, I think I hinted at it a little bit during the patient notification, how to engage your patients like this 2025 session, but we've been doing some work really since kind of the beginning of the year to evaluate different vendors out there in terms of their patient notification features, look at the potential to build some of these features ourselves, and really come up with a recommendation for moving forward with what would ultimately be a replacement to the Notify program that we have inside PCC, and some new and really cool features around general patient messaging, two-way messaging with patients through SMS, things like that. So I'm really excited to continue that work. I think we're at a point where we're about ready to make some decisions, and I think hopefully within the next few releases start to see the fruits of our labor. My hope is that by the time I'm standing up here giving a similar talk about engagement next year, that it's an entirely new platform that you guys are seeing.
Well, no promises.
No promises,
but this is cool.
I think we've made some good headway, and we will continue to make some.
Guess what time it is for number 3?
It's time for number 3.
All right, what do we have?
This one is Smokin' Ed's apricot sauce. Sounds delicious. Does not sound that spicy. I could not find the Scoville rating online. However, it does have 5 little fire symbols on the front, which I can only imagine means that it's probably more spicy than 2 peppers. I'm not really sure on the math. The hot sauce math kind of eludes me, but it's 5 fires on it.
Wow.
And make sure you eat the whole wing, because I understand that 3 and 4 were not necessarily fully tossed because of the spiciness, but just
This is another delayed heat.
yeah. This one, Smokin' Ed's curry, is world famous for his pepper products. He's known as a mad scientist.
While we prepare, Justin, best riff or solo?
Yeah, I was going to say, Justin probably has a different opinion than Skirt.
Oh, boy. I am thinking about fire right now, so.
Well, Jump in the Fire, Metallica. That solo at the end, Dave Mustaine. That's a good one.
That's a,
2.6 million.
That's what I saw, but there was no definition. There was no definition.
2.6 million what?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is another.
On
this is a slow
average,
build.
on average, the sauces are over 2 million from Smokin' Joe's. So
What I find weird though, just this is like doing, you go to the bar and you get your samples or whatever. This is weird because even though these involve the same peppers or they involve the same kind of vegetable, the heat hits you in totally different places of your mouth at different times. And I don't know if you guys were smart enough to do this in order, but it started at the front and went to the middle, and this is in the back. Yeah, that's right, one by one. So Justin still hasn't answered.
Sorry. Yeah. But first thing I want to know is, Kirby, have you had anything to drink at all, man?
Not yet.
Dang.
I feel like once I go there, then I will have given
Yeah, the problem is, if we were eating Jell-O, I would still be drinking the thing in front of me. So I am trying not to drink anything, but it's half and half also. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so favorite, and it's not metal per se, but you probably know I would say Reignition by Bad Brains is the best riff ever. But otherwise, it has to be metal. Maybe Craft. What's it?
Soulcraft. Soulcraft. That's right there.
Yeah. But,
We should, by the way, if we ever do this again, I need a Spotify with speakers up here so we can just play stuff in the background. Because, by the way, we'd all be
no
pausing
one
right
wants
now.
to hear your weird old dad music.
No. Oh boy.
We could do. I think it would be more. I think it would be more entertaining if all of you just had headphones that were synced up.
Yeah, that's right.
So we could watch you and not have to live through it.
Yes. Yeah, we could do our own silent disco. And then you'd see at least 3 of us all at once go, oh, yes. All right. Okay. I think the best riff of all time is Symptom of the Universe, Black Sabbath, because that is all riffs all time.
I would have gone with something else, but Sabotage.
All right, so here we go. See, look, I didn't even know these guys before I worked at PCC. So actually, I'm not sure Scott was born, but
Why just me?
No, because we were talking riffs. All right, here we go. Ignore, if you would. There it is. This is the best metal riff of all time.
Yeah, I would have gone into the void, but all right.
And best drumming. This is thrash metal started right now. Right here. That was bad. What's that? It's, oh boy. No. And it's famous because it's the tritone, which all metal bands after this use that tritone forever. And the first time you ever play it on guitar, you sound like you're really cool and evil, but you realize it's really stupid. But anyway, they were the Shakespeare of heavy metal. They did it first and best. Now, ignore our present thread of conversation. Okay? Thread and threat.
Is it threat?
Yes. Ignore the fun stuff you're going to be working on. When you sit in your position at PCC and you look out at our clients and the things that are going on out in the community and the feedback you're getting and the events that happen at Coldplay concerts and everything like that, which I just learned about 10 minutes ago, by the way. I had no idea. Chris Sauer made a joke and I was like, what are you talking about? But what do you feel we have to worry about as a group that we might not be prepared for right now, that we might need to pivot to do something about? Oh, yes. Oh, no, we're still on 3. We got one more.
Okay.
All right.
I was saying that's what we need to worry about.
Oh, yeah, that's what we need to worry about. You're absolutely true. But what do we need to worry about? What do we need to think about? Obviously, bring the lens of the stuff you do at PCC to it, but...
I think first off, we need to be afraid that Morgan's going to come into your control of Owen's phone and play Dave Matthews. But aside from that,
that's right. Totally right. That would kill this mood. Keep going.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's interesting that you mentioned thread, but also threat.
Yep.
As I think there are a lot of potential threats right now. When I've talked to clients, both current and former, there have been lots of concerns around succession planning. What's next? How do I hire new partners who are going to take over the practice, especially in a period of such uncertainty, economically and otherwise. So I feel like that's one of those big threats. The other one, we're talking a lot about it these days, but AI. What's going to be the impact of AI in medicine and elsewhere? And no matter what you feel about AI, and I certainly am fairly cautious with it myself, I feel like it's an important thing to understand, to learn the limits of, and also the uses of. And if you fall too far behind on either of those areas, you may pay dearly later on. So to me, those are probably two of the biggest things.
All right, thank you. I'm taking a picture of Jay Schuster asleep. Scott Kirby.
Biggest things to look out for?
Yeah, what's keeping you up at night at all? In the PCC space.
Fair. Call me crazy. I don't have a ton of faith in the rational behavior of the federal government.
You're really going out on a limb there.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of that to go around. So for our outfit, who works with the CDC data sets a lot to keep your sort of immunization information up to date, as well as the open source ACIP based forecaster that we use. One feels a little concerned about having to deal with a scenario in which multiple vaccine recommendation systems exist in parallel, some more scientifically legitimate than others, and figuring out how to best support that. And likewise, the effects of that kind of thing on potential reimbursement, stuff like that. So I try not to watch the news too much because of the sort of fatigue that one can experience these days, but got to watch it a little bit. Yeah, that's mine, I think.
All right. I think I have a couple. One of them, I think, maybe from your perspective, just based on some conversations I've had this week, behavioral health integration, and I see that as a common struggle for your practices, is being able to afford it for your practice, being able to find the behavioral health specialist that you need. I think that's a big challenge. I think from what I hear, it's a continuing challenge. So, I think of what PCC can do to help with that. I think getting a group conferences and groups together to talk about it, to share your strategies, what you've done, I think is helpful. I think about another one is regarding data, I guess, which is what my realm here. I'm not going to say the word, but yeah, the I think I did last time. Making sure that you have access and understanding for your data, and I talk with a lot of practices that aren't sure what to look at on a regular basis. What numbers make the most sense? How am I as a new practice starting up, or how am I going to be able to know if I'm succeeding and how to prepare for the future? So data, making sure you have access, giving you the best visualizations of that, and so forth. So that's definitely on my mind. Doesn't keep me up at night, but that's something I think a lot about at work. So yeah.
Thanks, Tim. I think maybe from the perspective of what does keep me up at night, but it affects all of us here, is maybe those who we haven't yet convinced that healthcare is a human right, and when I'm thinking about Doctors Chung and Kraft's presentations and the implications for Medicaid in particular, I think that definitely is causing a lot of fear. Just the, our marginalized, underserved, vulnerable communities, and what this all means for them is definitely something we'll need to help to the extent we can. But yeah, and how that all plays into Medicaid is going to be very. We'll be all whatever we can do to help there. So yeah.
Wow. All right. All right, hold that, Justin. We're breaking out number 4.
Yeah.
It's our last one.
For the record,
Yeah.
While they were doing that last one, I was like, oh, I mean, look at this last one. I was like, it looks intimidating, but I was like, can't possibly be that bad. Did a lull. It's rough. No, this one's rough. So, no, I'm not doing it again because my mouth hurts. So this one is called Da Bomb Evolution. This one.
This one's fucking hot.
This one has a warning on the side. It says, "Warning: this sauce is extremely hot. Please keep out of reach of children." Then it also says, this one I think is a little bit of a joke, but maybe serious. "Consume 1 drop at a time with extreme caution." They said red hot chilies have evolved, and sauce design has changed in tandem. After traveling beyond insanity,
It's good, but
we return to ground zero with a newfound final answer. This is our evolution. So,
oh, this is a different feeling, different level. Wasabi's over like that. This
like all up here.
no, this was like I had like a little dab on the pinky and like the roof of my mouth is in pain. Tim said that one's not good.
This one is real. No.
I do think it's better than Beyond Insanity.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Tim's like this. This one's real.
Yeah, Jen over here said that I should point out the difference in the milk levels between the 2 carafes. That
All right.
side's really struggling.
Because of the time. Because of the time, I have a really easy question for you. Because then we're supposed to slide in. That one, holy smokes. I know. Name a movie whose sequel was better than the original. Justin.
Wait, original sequel's better than the original.
Yeah. Any one of the sequels.
I mean, Empire Strikes Back came first. So I'll go with that. Yeah.
That's a safe bet. And I was trying to keep it easy. All right, Tim.
Different one.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I can't think of a different one.
You're off now.
All right, I'm on now.
Yeah.
I can't think of a different one. You guys back?
Yeah.
Anytime I randomly am in the presence of the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day, name a better action flick. That's the one.
No, you definitely stole my choice, bastard. These days, the movies that I watch tend towards, toddler, fare.
Yep.
So if I was talking with my son, he'd probably say Cars 2 is better. But that one was like really weird. It's like, the espionage, Cars, one. I'm personally a fan of Cars 3, though. I really liked that kind of redemption arc at the end. And I cried every single Pixar film, tearing up here now. So I'm going to go with Cars 2, Cars 3. How about that?
All right. Any other audience answers?
Yeah, there's an obvious one, Chip.
I
and
know.
it's-
I have some queued up in case. All right. Owen, please.
Well, I gotta say it so I can take the credit for it. The Dark Knight.
Oh, yes. Oh, there are a series of MCU, DCU ones where the second one is better than the first.
Yeah.
I should have said, except for the superhero movies.
Oh, well then, yeah, I agree. Shrek 2.
Mark Kearney. Yes, Godfather Part 2 is the most classic.
Star Trek.
Oh, Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan is definitely better. All right. Wait. Why are all the PCCers and the other science fiction nerd answering? Let's David out. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Oh. Oh. Wait, next he's going to tell us Jaws 2 was better. All right. Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 is... All right. Any other answers? What's that? Okay. Well, no, that's my job up here to judge you.
I've got a controversial other
please.
one. Maybe controversial. I don't know how you all feel about this. I prefer Aliens to the original Alien. I know it's controversial. I understand. I just had to put that out there.
Chip, we did have one online.
Oh.
Rush Hour 2.
Oh yeah.
Rush Hour 2. Okay.
And
Kate?
also Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh no, I knew you were gonna say that, but Road Warrior. The thing is, Mad Max, Road Warrior, Fury. Those are actually just 3 different movies. Well, and Thunderdome. Except for Thunderdome was just weird. All right.
Thunderdome is a music video.
Yeah, that's right.
The Addams Family.
Oh, the Addams Family.
Yeah,
Family values.
Epic.
All right. Anyone else have anything to offer before we allow these gentlemen to record? That last one was rough.
I just have one more for all the parents here who may or may not understand, but the third Hotel Transylvania movie was the best. It was so good. Yes, the cruise. It's so good. Do yourself a favor, people.
All right. Okay. Well, all right. I would like to thank our contestants, as they were once called. And I hope you did get a sense, though, of the things that they do, in fact, worry about on your behalf, on our mutual behalf. This is what we live, breathe, and burn our mouths on every day. I almost just did it. No, I got it. Yeah, so I have to tie my hands behind my back because I will absolutely scratch my nose. So thank you, guys. And I will let you retire unless you want to dip back into the 4th box. If anyone here, how many extras do we have? If anyone here wants to be, tough and step up, I think Steve Irsch said he wanted to try the good stuff.
Yeah.
Got the 357 to do another round?
No.
I couldn't find a definitive highest Scoville, but no, I know, out of those ones, because I couldn't even find the Scoville. It was definitely the
Oh, no, it was as bad as all the 3 previous together.
Yeah, because I read online, I think actually the one that Lee said was 2.6 million, 2 point whatever million. I think that's incorrect. I think the fact that you were reading from was that Smokin' Joe has made hot sauces with Pepper X, and Pepper X is rated at 2.6 million. That hot sauce, I don't think is. However, the bomb was intense.
To prove it, Jim Leahy has said he will drink straight from the bottle.
Correct.
No, seriously, we would be hospitalized if we drank from that last one.
No problem.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We're going to transition very briefly